7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Okay, welcome back. Hour 2 of Talk of the Town here on 103.7 WTIB and Cable 7. Henry Hinton and Trent McGee. Good morning, McGee.
Morning, Hen.
And Matt Engelbrecht at the news desk this morning. Good morning, Matty Ice.
Good morning. How are we doing?
I'm good. Good. We got a treat this hour. We're going to...
Food?
No.
That treat?
McGee, the food comes tomorrow. Will you calm down?
What?
For crying out loud.
Don't you miss those days, though, Hen, when we had the nice Thanksgiving spread on the day before Thanksgiving?
We used to do that.
Man, it was. I loved it.
We used to do that. When Bob Simon had the beef barn here, he used to come in. It was his idea. He used to always come in and bring the turkey. Remember that, Michael? And, I always enjoyed that show because we brought everybody in, and a lot of people from the community stopped in, and we had a big Thanksgiving. But, there was a lot wrong with that. And number one, it was this. Eating that food on Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving, you didn't want it on Thursday. Okay.
There was nothing wrong with
number
that.
one. Number two, people brought in pies, and we were in here eating pies at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we were.
Suzanne used to bring that pecan pie every year.
Loved it.
And then the thing that was the most wrong with that was that I was left with the turkey carcass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that you were.
Every year. And we would always look at it sitting there in the studio and like, well, there it is. What are we going to do with it? What are you going to do with that carcass?
Well, you.
Radio stations are not equipped for that kind of thing. So the rain is going to move out today, and hopefully we're going to have some good weather. Got a great young couple sitting out. I don't know. Are they in the lobby now? Or are they still down the hall at the country station?
The young woman was in the lobby.
Yeah, Melissa. Wiley Chandler is a burgeoning star in Nashville. He's trying to make it in the country music business, and he's got a new. I guess they don't call it LP anymore. It's an EP. What does that mean? Electronic play?
Sounds good to me.
I don't know. I don't even know these terminologies anymore.
Extended play?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because usually the EP is the 10, 11 track disc.
See,
CD.
I needed somebody under 40 to tell me.
No, an EP is a smaller album.
No.
I forgot. Yeah, it is. EPs.
All right, I'm asking why.
Then LP is the long play?
No, Matt's right. It does mean extended play. I just looked it up.
Whatever. So he's got a bunch of new songs out. And the reason why he's in town to see his folks, he grew up in Greenville, and I was just on his one of his websites. I think it was is it Tumblr? Where you have all the different pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of him at a Little League park, probably Elm Street Park, growing up. But I know his parents well. I actually went to school with his dad. His dad played football at ECU.
Oh, no kidding.
Stuart Haithcock. I don't know if you know Stuart. And Wiley is doing well in Nashville, but he played a show in Nashville last night and drove all night in the rain to get here this morning for the interview. So I feel a little bit guilty about that, but he's here, and he's got some new songs. We might get him to play a little bit of a song, but
very cool.
I want to just talk to him about what it's like to be a kid from Greenville, North Carolina, trying to make it in the country music business. You know what's interesting is, remember when Sarah Buxton came in?
Yeah, I did.
For our country station. Sarah Buxton Sarah has made it as here I go name dropping again. She's made it as a big songwriter. She writes a lot for Keith Urban. And we've gotten to be friends with her because she's come down and done 2 different events for us with our country station down in Morehead City in Jacksonville, Thunder Country. And the first time she came, she brought a guy with her by the name of Eric Paisley. Not Brad Paisley, Eric Paisley. But Eric he's now got some hits, and he's doing really well. So, and he was a really nice guy, but he could play the guitar well, and he basically came in as her accompanist.
When we heard her on the out on the Crystal Coast. Isn't that where we?
Yeah.
That was the day after Michael Jackson passed away.
Oh, I know.
Because she
sang "Man in the Mirror."
Yeah, I can see her doing that right now on the water. I loved it because Coach Logan was there with us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a
Name
good
dropper.
time. Well, hey, I don't get to do it that often.
I'm not listening anymore. That's it. I'm done.
If you talk about golf.
Let me do it when I can.
So, anyway, we're going to talk to Wiley about what it's like to make it in the country music business. Well, it's got to be it's got to be an incredible journey. It's got to be fun and challenging, but rewarding too when you make good music, I guess. Greenville, North Carolina, not exactly the country music haven of the world, but it's funny. The Avett brothers give Greenville a lot of credit for the Greenville music culture, the music nighttime music. They say that they developed their style. The Avett brothers developed their style when they were students here at ECU. And man, are they huge now or what?
Yeah, they have.
The Avett brothers.
They've just blown up.
I think one of the guys actually lived in Greenville until recently. Somebody told me he's left Greenville now, but
I can't think of, and you probably can, a group that has a tie to here that has made it bigger and has become as big as they've become.
No.
I don't know of one.
well, who was the big jazz musician from Greenville? There was a jazz artist that grew up in Greenville.
Oh, Billy Taylor?
Billy Taylor, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who were you going to say, Michael?
The Occasions out of Wilson.
They're not from Greenville.
Yeah,
And they had one
I know
song.
that's, yeah, you were talking about Greenville. I was talking about Wilson.
You were talking about Wilson?
Yeah.
Well, were we talking about Wilson?
I have no idea. Remember, I'm not listening anymore. You're name dropping too much.
It's so confusing when he chimes in sometimes.
He's honest.
Not a word.
Nah,
Not a word.
Not a word.
Yeah, the Occasions, they had that big hit. I'm a Girl Watcher. That was a masterful piece of music. It was a big hit,
I
though.
didn't say it was classic rock. I just said they came from there. That's all.
Wasn't the lead singer for the Occasions a cheerleader at UNC Chapel Hill?
Now that I don't know.
I've heard that before. I've heard it before. 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. East Carolina wins again in basketball last night. Pirates are now 6-1. That's pretty exciting stuff.
Playing good basketball.
And with the big football game coming up on Saturday in Huntington, West Virginia.
That'd be Friday.
Yes, Friday. I knew that. Friday. Matt says that the snow, they're probably getting snow up there right now, but it's gonna clear out.
Yeah. Yeah, and in fact, it might have already. They're not, might get another hour or so of maybe some snow in West Virginia, but most of it's north now.
So you're thinking that the weather's going to be okay for Friday's game?
Yes. Yeah, behind
Cold,
this.
though.
Yeah. What we feel here is what they'll have in West Virginia as high pressure builds in behind this mess.
And of course, we've been talking about the fact that we've got our big pregame show coming up live on location on Friday morning. What else are you going to do on Black Friday? Come on out, folks. We will not have a Talk of the Town Friday morning. So we'll be live and on location. McGee, Pat Jones, Jay Sonhalter live starting at 10. Now, the restaurant will open at 11, and our big pregame party will start at the Varsity Club at 11 o'clock. If you haven't been to the Varsity Club yet, they're going to have some great specials down there for you. Let's see, let me pull them up here. They got a lot of beer specials. They got pitchers. They're going to have pizza specials. The beer specials, pitchers of Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, and PBR for $6. Do people still drink PBR?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pitchers of Blue Moon, 312, and Sierra Nevada for $8. Large cheese pizzas for $8.50 and large pepperonis for $9.50. The restaurant will open at 11, and the big screen TVs will be on. And we're going to watch East Carolina and Marshall at noon on Black Friday. Come on down and be a part of it. Yeah. I think that's going to be a war.
If it's anything like the last two matchups, in fact, the last I think 6 times these two have met, there have been 4 overtimes, and the last 4 of the last 5 matches have been decided by less than 5 points.
And they got a good quarterback, and East Carolina's got a good quarterback.
Really good. They got a great
You
ground
see
game.
that Shane Carden is now #1 in the nation in completion percentage?
He's been up there. He has been.
#2,
Completion.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. Well, look, if you look at these two combined, and I mean, they're 2-3, I believe, in total touchdown passes in the nation. And when you look at their stats, I mean, they're top 15 every single quarterback statistical category you'll find in FBS. Rakeem Cato and Shane Carden. It's going to be a high scoring affair, I think.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
So join us at the Varsity Club. If you hadn't been to the Varsity Club yet, we're going to be down there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you Friday morning. The restaurant will open at 11. Come on down, have lunch with us, and watch the game. Hey, there's another challenger this morning to Walter Jones. This time this is the first Democrat we've heard. There are like 3 Republicans now in that primary, I think, two or 3. Did one of them change over to the Democratic Party, though? Did I hear that? The guy down in Wilmington? But this morning, Marshall, I think it's A-D-A-M-E. Is it Adam or Adam? Former career Marine and one-time foreign diplomat Marshall Adam is making another run for U.S. Representative Walter Jones' 3rd Congressional District seat. He will run in the Democratic primary. He apparently ran in 2008. Why don't I remember that? Adams' campaign sent out a news release Tuesday saying the candidate filed in July but has been in Saudi Arabia working for the U.S. Department of Defense. He plans to return to Jacksonville, where he's from, next month and step up the campaign. Jason Thigpen, who runs an advocacy group for students who are veterans, earlier this year, here it is, changed his party to a Democrat, blaming the Tea Party, and will also compete in that primary. So there's 2 Democrats, I guess now, and just the Taylor Griffin running against Walter Jones. Taylor Griffin, who, of course, is already in that race running against Walter in the Republican primary. But now there are 2 Democrats. The NAACP delivered a petition with about 3,000 signatures to Governor Pat McCrory yesterday, calling for a special legislative session to reverse laws blocking Medicaid expansion and cutting unemployment benefits. And I don't know if you saw did you see there was a protest by people from Belhaven and the NAACP at Vidant Hospital? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
It was.
Was it Monday?
Monday night.
Monday night.
Ago. Yeah. In fact, the Reverend William Barber was also out there.
Bill Barber was out there.
Foghorn and all.
They brought he had the
whatever you call bullhorn.
He had the bullhorn, foghorn, and the leghorn. He had the bullhorn out there, and here's the thing that they're beginning to say again, which is not true. That the lack of the decision by the governor not to expand Medicaid in the state of North Carolina is the reason Vidant closed Pungo Hospital. Dave Herman, the CEO of Vidant Hospital, is on record with saying that is not true. The reason Vidant Hospital is closing Pungo down in Belhaven is simple. They can't make it work. I've been told that some nights there's like 1 or 2 patients there. And with the cost of health care these days, you cannot make that work. And now I have sympathy for the folks who are down in Belhaven area and they're losing their hospital. They are going to maintain a clinic down there, which is good. But having grown up 20 miles away from the nearest hospital, I mean, I kind of get it. But I've said this before. If you're on one side of Greenville during rush hour, you got to get to the other side of Greenville to the hospital. It may take you about the same amount of time it would take you to drive from Belhaven to Washington to the Vidant Hospital there. So, everybody can't have a hospital right in their backyard. If you're living in a rural area, you're lucky if you've got medical care that close to you. It's more normal not to have it that close to you. So, I don't blame the Vidant folks, and I think, but I do hate the fact that the NAACP is turning this into another McCrory mistake because he didn't expand Medicaid. It's just not true. The hospital's on record with saying that is not an accurate statement. I hear the rain coming down again on our rooftop. Man, is it rough weather out there. Be careful if you've got to travel. Did I hear it right? 43 million people will travel today? And it's bad weather everywhere.
I will not be one of them.
All right, let's get a break in. We're coming back, and we're going to meet this young man from Greenville who is making it in the music scene in Nashville. Wiley Chandler live in the studio this morning. When we come back, news update from WITN and Matt Engelbrecht. We'll be right back.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
This November, you won't hear us say no, 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 because we're saying yes, yes, yes. It's Yes-Vember at Greenville Toyota. During Toyotathon, we're saying yes to lowering your payments to as low as $148 a month. Yes to no payments until next year. Yes to getting 0% APR financing. Yes to getting financed. We want to help, even if you've had credit issues in the past. It's Yes-Vember. This is the month where we say yes to great savings. Hurry to Greenville Toyota today, where if you give us 15 minutes, we'll lower your payment.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10. Delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
All right, 22 after, and the rain is coming down, man. I'm telling you, it's really, really falling out there. Be careful if you're driving this morning. Hey, delay your trip for a little bit. It's going to clear up later, but right now it's really coming down, so be careful. Let's check some news headlines now. News update this hour brought to you by Suddenlink. And with the very latest, let's go to the news desk. Here's Matt Engelbrecht. Good morning, Matty.
Good morning. Getting out the door this morning, 64 degrees. Temperature is cooling. Grab the jacket. You might not need it out the door, but you'll need it this afternoon. Time now, 8:23. Latest headlines coming into WI10 and WI10.com. There's a lot of cleanup to do in Morehead City after a possible tornado swept through last night. Carteret Community College said it suffered extensive damage and canceled classes on Wednesday today. And one student was hit with flying debris but wasn't seriously injured, according to officials. Carteret County Manager Russell Overman says there is minor damage to the hospital and Civic Center. Carteret General Hospital says it is fully functioning and has not diverted any patients overnight. The hospital is still running on a generator power, but are hopeful power will be restored shortly. As of 4 a.m., Progress Duke Energy reported 4 outages in Morehead City with 275 people affected. The power is estimated to come back on around 1 p.m. That's, of course, Morehead City, Atlantic Beach. There's also power outage Ocracoke. They are looking at power completely out due to the possibility of a tornado or water spout in that area. So when it's all said and done, looking at possibility of 2 tornadoes being confirmed later on this afternoon. National Weather Service has teams on the ground right now investigating, and they will have their findings later on this afternoon as well. In other news, keep you updated. Missing 16-year-old teenager who was reported missing Tuesday has been reunited with her family. Sergeant Blanchard with Greenville Police says 16-year-old Destiny Alligood surfaced around 10 p.m. at a local television station. A police officer took her to the police department where she met her mother. Alligood was reported missing after she wasn't at J.H. Rose when her mother went to pick her up on Tuesday afternoon. And finally, New Bern City manager since July 2010 resigned Tuesday night, and the mayor says expect more people to step down from city government positions. Mayor Lee Bettis says Mike Epperson's resignation will be effective December 30th. Bettis tells WITN, quote, "It's not unexpected. I think we're going to see more resignations in the near future because people do not want to work with Dana Outlaw," end quote. Those are the latest news headlines from WITN and WITN.com. I'm Matt Engelbrecht.
I just thought about what would be a great reality TV show. Just get a bunch of camera guys to follow around the New Bern city government people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the city of New Bern government, the mayor and the city council, wouldn't that make a great reality show right now? People think it's a zoo in Greenville. The stuff that's been going on in New Bern for the last 2 years.
That's potential, no doubt.
And now everybody's quitting because of the new mayor. Oh, they like that other guy? Oh, my. 25 after
Made for TV?
8. I'm looking at the radar, and it doesn't look good. And I hear there's a lot of ponding on the roads. Be very, very careful. Rain is coming down so hard the soil cannot absorb it fast enough, and we've got a lot of standing water, which makes it very, very dangerous out there right now. Let's check the weather. Here's our Thanksgiving forecast. Things are going to get better, right, McGee?
No, they are, and it's going to be partly cloudy for tonight. Lows around 25 degrees for your Thanksgiving Thursday. Sunshine back in the forecast with sunny skies. Highs only in the mid to upper 40s for Thursday. And tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy skies. Cold, lows in the upper 20s for your Friday. Again, sunshine back in the forecast. Highs warming up a little bit in the lower 50s and lows in the upper 20s. And looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday brings sun and clouds with highs in the low 50s and lows in the mid 30s.
And if you got Dish Network net right now, you probably can't see it because the rain is knocking out your dish. So great time to switch to Suddenlink. Suddenlink also can offer a bundle. Dish cannot do that. Satellite can't do it. Switch now to Suddenlink and bundle and save. Best prices of the year right now on the bundle. You can get the telephone, the internet, and the TV service, HD TV service, all for the lowest prices of the year. When you call now, you can switch and save. 866-432-1184. Remember, Suddenlink has free high definition and free on demand. And by the way, some great movies right now with video on demand. As of last night, Jobs and Red 2, just in time for Thanksgiving weekend. If you want to watch a video on demand movie, at my house last night, Planes. I had my grandson last night.
Haven't you watched that once before?
That is the second time. I'd like the king of all media to know I need a free coupon. That's the second time I've rented Planes on video on demand. But he wants to see Planes, and I just hook him up.
Wants to see what he's going to get.
Yeah, Planes. Planes is not quite as good as Cars, by the way. Cars was the big kids movie. Planes is good. It's about the crop duster who tries to win the international race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
Very good. Call Satellite. No, don't call Satellite. Call Suddenlink today. They'll get me for that one, won't they? 866-432-1184. Call Suddenlink. Hurry and save. Best prices of the year, 866-432-1184. All right, let's go to break, 28 after. Wiley Chandler's coming up next. Wiley is from Greenville, and he is making it in the music business in Nashville. He's got some interesting stories to tell about his work, trying to make it as a songwriter and musician in the country music world. Yeah.
On the set. We'll do it.
You gonna sing with him?
We'll duet with myself and Wiley.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No?
All right, we'll be right back with Wiley Chandler. Stay with us.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10. Delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a living manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Winslow's Tavern and Dance Art Theater presents the Nutcracker Ballet on Sunday, December the 8th at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU. This year, the Nutcracker will have 2 performances, a Sunday matinee at 2 and a Sunday performance at 7. Tickets are $32 for adults and $28 for students. Net proceeds from this event will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network to benefit the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center. For tickets, call 328-4788 or 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
The Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important inside.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Okay, welcome back. We've been talking about Wiley Chandler. Now Wiley joins us here live in the studio. He's been running around the building this morning. He was down the hall with our country station, Thunder Country, down in Jacksonville, Morehead City earlier this morning, down the hall and on the air with those guys down there through our hookup with our station down that way. And now he's here. I wanted to have him on because even though we're not a country station, I thought this would be a really interesting interview because Wiley grew up in Greenville. I know his parents. I've known your mom and dad forever. Went to school with your dad.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dad was a football player.
He was.
ECU, yeah.
ECU football player.
Yeah. Does he tell stories of that? He played for Pat Dye, didn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
We ran into a guy who was a Super Bowl player. They came to visit us in Nashville last month, and we went down to Birmingham and ran into him. And I got to hear all his conversation with someone else who played for about an hour. He saw the Super Bowl ring on the guy's hand, and we're just kind of, I was like, look at that ring, Dad. And he went and talked to him about football for a while, so I got to hear all the stories then.
So your mom, Stuart Haythcock, is your dad, and now you went with you dropped the Haythcock when you went to Nashville.
I did. I go by my first and middle name now.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of nice ring to it.
Yeah. So Wiley Chandler, if you want to find him online, it's Wiley Chandler.
Music.
And I was just what's the website?
It's WileyChandlerMusic.com.
Yeah, we played one of your songs just a few minutes ago.
Okay, great.
And Wiley's got the guitar here, by the way. We're gonna let him play a little bit for us in a minute.
I heard
but
you were gonna.
I heard you drove all night with your wife Melissa. You guys drove all night from Nashville.
We did.
You had a gig last night.
We're fresh in. We did not. We just finished up a few things we had to do in town, and then drove through the night through the rain. How
was that drive last night from Nashville? Probably not good.
It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst one ever. We got stuck in the snow one time and had to stay with some strangers. And so that was a interesting trip on the drive, but it was relatively uneventful otherwise.
All right, now you're writing music, you're recording music in Nashville, but you grew up here in Greenville. What year did you leave Greenville?
I left Greenville after going to school.
You went to Conley, right? We were talking about
I
that.
went to Rose my freshman year.
Oh, you did?
Went to Conley the last 3 years when they did a little redistricting.
Yeah.
So I went from the city school out to the country school. Maybe that's why I decided to sing country music. I don't know. And then I graduated from Conley in 2005 and then moved down to Wilmington shortly thereafter to go to school. I followed my now wife to school. Which,
and Melissa, you grew up in Greenville too, right? What was Melissa's maiden name?
She's a Mitchell.
Melissa Mitchell.
Or was a Mitchell.
She went to Conley also.
Yeah, she went to Conley all of her high school career.
All right, so now you're in Nashville. You're recording. You're recording and writing music.
That's right.
And,
we spend a lot of time doing both of those things.
Now, talk about that. What's that like these days? You and I were just talking about the country music scene.
We were.
And I was telling. I know a little bit about it because I have good friends at BMI, and I've gotten to know some of the country music folks. You and I were just talking about Eric
Pasley.
I thought it was Paisley.
I think he's missing the I.
I got to know him. I got to know Sarah Buxton and those guys. And so I've been fascinated at what it's like to try to make it in Nashville.
It's an interesting thing, you know. We moved there about 3 years ago. I was going to town on and off for about a year while we were engaged to Nashville. When I say to town, and when I moved there, of course, you start networking, meeting as many people as you can, playing out as much as you can. And the thing in Nashville to do is to co-write. That's kind of how you kind of build what you're doing. So I was doing that some. And I was doing some recording on my own. A lot of people are doing that these days. It's very simple to have a recording set up in your home. All you really need is a computer and a microphone. And I did some of that, but I actually had the opportunity on this project to go into one of the bigger studios in town, in Nashville. I always say in town, in Nashville, and record there. We had a pretty big kind of all-star band. We had the guy that plays bass with Eric Clapton, the drummer for Vince Gill, Carrie Underwood's guitar player. Then we had steel guitar players play with James Taylor and the Eagles, and then I played a lot of guitar stuff, and of course sang on. I had a fiddle player play with me, the guy that plays with me regularly, and another girl who sang background vocals on it. So that was fun. Had all the fancy terminology that you do on the back end of recording that people don't know about. All that was done. So it's the first time I've had the opportunity to really go into a big kind of prime time world-class studio and do something like that. So we finished that up earlier this year. And have taken the time to really kind of rebrand is what we've been doing lately. Getting all new media from photographs to video stuff to a new website that'll be launching hopefully actually next week. That's what we're looking at. So
and you just recorded an EP.
An EP.
Which we were trying to decide. What does that stand for?
So the easiest explanation is to go back to vinyl. Yeah. That's where the terminology
Instead of an LP.
from. Instead of an LP. An LP is a long play.
Right.
So it has more songs on it.
Yeah.
An EP is an extended play. So you had a single, an extended play, and a long play. So
how many songs is on?
There are 5 songs on this project.
And you wrote them all and recorded them yourself?
Wrote them all. Yeah, wrote them all, recorded them myself. One of them, if you go listen to them, I recorded in my living room, sitting on our couch. So if you listen to them, see which one you can figure out which one that is. So.
Well, I had one of them here. Let's see We Both Know the Truth.
Yeah, We Both Know the Truth is the title of the EP. It's,
is that the one you're pushing out, trying to get airplay?
No, it's that's actually a lyric in one of the songs. I've always kind of liked it when other artists will name their record something other than the title of a song or something. So I did that. We're doing a song that's called "Run with the Night." It's kind of the lead-off single, the more fun kind of up-tempo, and that one's really enjoyable. It started out as a different song than it is now, which is a part of that whole co-writing process. These songs I did on my own, and then I took them to my producer. His name's Kenny Lamb. We co-produced the EP, and he helped me tweak them, kind of get them. I always err to the side of the artistic things. I like to say metaphorical stuff.
Now, when I played something earlier, and I don't want to offend you, but I said it's got a little Keith Urban feel to it.
Okay, I'll take that.
Is that right? I mean,
maybe.
Is that accurate or not? Who are your influences? I know you're a big Art Gill. You're a big
Vince Gill. I love Vince Gill.
My friend in Morehead.
You know, it's
you're
really
a big Vince Gill
interesting.
guy, right?
I love Vince Gill. Yeah, the first time I met Vince Gill I played some lead guitar and he played rhythm guitar. I like to claim that because he's such a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah,
Which was at a little club in Nashville. He plays with a band there regularly, and he had a guitar that's similar to one that I had, and he just kind of handed it to me. He said, "Here, play it." So I started playing a little bit, and he grabbed another guitar and we played some, and that was that until I met him again later on. But yeah, Vince Gill is a big influence, especially lately with the newer stuff that I'm writing.
Now, do guys like Vince Gill, do they mentor guys like you, or do they just kind of keep you at arm's
length? Guys like
length?
Vince Gill do.
Some of the others
done
don't.
it with him. Some of the others don't.
I hear Keith Urban doesn't do that, though.
He does do that.
Oh, he does do it?
Yes, he does. My wife, through a few contacts, knows him. We know him.
Yeah.
And he actually just started doing his own publishing company, which is the songwriting side of the industry.
Right.
I'm sure you're somewhat familiar with that. And he has done that. He actually did that with a friend of mine, gave him a publishing deal. So he's essentially paying him to write songs that will hopefully be recorded by some other artists and make him and the songwriter some money. And I did hear that he met somebody on the American Idol set who didn't actually go through to any of the final rounds, but is actually doing some work with him. But Keith's a busy guy. 2 people, yeah. So two different people, but he's so busy doing American Idol, and of course his wife is Nicole Kidman, who's an actress. So they're between LA and Nashville and Australia and back and forth and all that.
You and I were talking before we went on the air about how much country music has changed, and I became a country fan like 2007. I'd never been a big country fan. I like the up-tempo pop kind of sound, but there's a lot of criticism. There's a lot of criticism of country music. I mean, is country music too pop sounding these days?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of it that is very poppy, and I think there's a lot of it that's not. We went to the Ryman last week or the week before to go to the Opry. During the winter months, during the holiday season, they actually do the Opry. Normally they do it at the Opry Theater, the big theater north of town, and they do it at the Ryman during the winter months when they're actually doing the Rockettes show at the Opry Theater. But we're at the Ryman, and they had all different stuff. Holly Williams, who is Hank Williams' granddaughter, played, and she does fantastic older style country. And they started off with a younger guy who's doing the newer style country. It's just, country's always been ever changing, ever evolving, and I don't think anything that they're doing now is necessarily off the deep end on pop side or rock side or any of that. But there's a lot of it that people do criticize. I kind of try to stay.
But I mean, one of the biggest stars in country now is Darius Rucker. I mean, you know, when you say, you know, the old line folks don't like that pop sound,
right? And he does a
Darius Rucker, and who's it?
Florida Georgia Line.
Florida Georgia Line. They're very pop sounding.
They're very poppy, almost kind of hip hop sounding.
Yeah.
So
they've kind of changed it again, haven't they?
They have, yeah. They kind of took what's like Luke Bryan or someone like that was doing and pushed it a little further. And for me, country music is more of a lyric than anything else. I feel like if you're singing songs about life that really mean something, I felt like that's what country music really is. Because if you go back and listen to someone like Patsy Cline, she's not singing with an accent, but she is singing songs about real life. And some of those older stuff, like in your mind, in my mind anyway, I have an idea of what country should sound like. There should be pedal steel and banjo and dobro and someone singing with, you know, a honky voice. But if you really go back and listen to it, not everyone has always done that.
All right, now when you write your music, are you writing about your life? Are you writing?
I do.
Is there any Greenville, North Carolina influence in there?
There is. I have a song that's called, my wife, her name is Melissa. I have a song called Missing Melissa. And it's about when I moved out there while we were engaged. And it's a song, it's kind of a traveling song about coming back and seeing her and family and all that kind of stuff. Talks about going down 40 East. Because if you get on 40 and go straight to Nashville, it's one turn to get to Greenville from there. So it's kind of a funny thing. So that lyric.
And I saw pictures on your website, one of your websites there, of you playing Little League baseball.
Yeah.
Was that Elm Street Park?
That was. I think those pictures were taken at the park that's at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and 14th, kind of over by EB Aycock Middle School. There's some fields back there.
Oh, Perkins.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I remember putting on a jock strap for the first time in the bathroom.
At Perkins?
At Perkins.
Yeah.
Not knowing, I was clueless. I didn't know what to do with it. But that's one of my memories from playing baseball there.
You have a hard time getting
I did. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, but my dad coached me in baseball.
Wiley Chandler, who is from Greenville, who is now a songwriter and artist in Nashville. And do you follow your dad? Your dad played football at ECU. Do you follow ECU at all?
Of course.
Do you?
I saw a Pirate in Nashville last week. I was walking through a store and he had all his gear on. And sometimes I'll see them and I'll just walk by and I'll go, "Arr!" and they won't react. And I'm kind of like, "Arr!" And I'm like, "Are you a Pirates fan?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay,
you don't get it, yeah.
But so I approached him a little differently. I was like, "You a Pirates fan?" Which you feel really silly asking a guy with a hat and a shirt and purple like cargo shorts or something. But saw him there, so we definitely people are always like, "Who's your favorite college team?" We did. They played MTSU earlier this year.
That's right.
We went to that game. That was a great game.
Yeah, that's right. That's right outside Nashville, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's just south of Nashville,
Murfreesboro.
Mm-hmm,
all right,
exactly.
And you guys are here to see your families for Thanksgiving.
We are.
And you drove all night in time to get here to be on with us.
A few hours of sleep.
You want to play something as we go out?
Sure.
What do you want to play?
We'll play that song "Run with the Night" is the lead-off single.
All right.
A little up-tempo.
And again, we'll take this into the commercial break, and you can get Wiley's music on WileyChandlerMusic.com, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
And thank you for
having
me.
All right, let's hear it. Here is Wiley Chandler.
Some days this town makes it near impossible to fall in love. It shapes us, separates us with walls we can't break through. From the honking horns to the crowded streets, it's like a battlefield all against me. And that all changed the night I met you. Tonight you and I, we can own this town, we can make it come alive. Fire in your eyes lights up the night like stars in a hazel sky. I don't care if no one knows, but you and I, we can run with the night. We can run with the night. We can run with the night. We can run with the night.
Awesome. Wiley Chandler. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank
you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you.
And
Same
you
to
too,
you.
Melissa. Thank you for coming. All right, we'll be right back.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Summer may be over, but vacation time starts now. Greenville Toyota is going to give you a payment vacation. Make no payments until 2014 on any new Toyota. Pick the new Toyota you want and don't make a payment until next year. Like the all-new 2014 Corolla, in stock and available now. Only $148 a month. Plus, every new Toyota comes with cover maintenance for life with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. Give Greenville Toyota just 15 minutes to lower your current car payment and then take a payment vacation with no payments till 2014.
The Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Okay, welcome back. That was fun, wasn't it? Wiley
Yeah,
Chan,
he's
a
good,
little,
huh?
Little country music this morning. He does have a little Keith Urban sound to him, to me. Does he to you?
He does. Yeah.
Pretty good. 10 minutes in front of 9 o'clock as we roll on, and the weather continues to be treacherous out there. Be careful. Hank just came in. Is it still raining when you came in? He's not paying attention to me. It stopped raining finally? But if you're going to be traveling today, things will clear up later this afternoon, but temperatures will drop later today. It's going to be down around 45 for a high. Tonight, 25 overnight, but Thanksgiving Day looks terrific. Sunshine and 44. All right, let's check our sports update now. A lot going on in sports. Pirates on the hardwood again last night. Big weekend with the biggest football game of the year coming up on Friday. Here's McGee on sports.
Yeah, and last night ECU ran its 2013 basketball record to 6-1 with an 81-70 win over UNC Asheville. Paris Roberts-Campbell leading the way for the Pirates with 20 points. He led 4 Pirates in double figures in that game. He was 8 of 12 from the field, including 7 3-pointers. Pirates resume play on Sunday, hosting UNCW in Game 1 of a 5-game homestand inside Minges Coliseum. College football news from scores from last night. Number 18 NIU beat up on Western Michigan 33-14. Huskies quarterback Jordan Lynch breaking his own single game FBS rushing record for quarterbacks with 321 yards. NIU finishes the regular season a perfect 12-0. FAU has withdrawn Carl Pelini's resignation as football coach and has instead fired him. Pelini resigned October 30th after FAU AD Patrick Chun said he acknowledged his use of illegal drugs, something that Pelini still denies, even though an affidavit was written by his assistant coach saying that he witnessed Pelini using marijuana and possibly something else. And as Hen mentioned, the Choose Pews Pirate Game Day Countdown coming at you live on Friday, 10 a.m. from the Varsity Club as we break down ECU Marshall in what is one of the most exciting and most anticipated games, I think, in this program's history, with the chance that Bertha McNeil can win 10 games, becoming only the second coach ever in ECU history to have double-digit wins.
Wow.
Pretty
How about
impressive.
that?
Yeah.
I'm getting chastised because we were talking about the great artists that came out of Greenville. I mentioned the Avett brothers. I didn't mention Parmalee, which really, they're from Robertsonville's.
I think they're from Parmalee.
They're actually from Parmalee. Well, some of them are. Some of them from Parmalee, yeah. I got wild. And then Tim Martin, our buddy over at Bobby Murray Toyota, just texted me and said, don't forget Kay Minges. Tom and our buddy, the late Tom Minges, and his wife Kay. Blair Minges. She goes by Courtney Blair. Okay. You run into her over there? You run into her too? Good. You hang out with her?
She works at the studio.
Oh, she works at the same studio. Good. Well, that's great. Well,
Small world.
We're waiting for the new Thunder. We're waiting for the new Wiley Chandler hit so we can play it on Thunder Country. Maybe we'll be the first station in this country to play it. There you go. All right, our sports update this hour brought to you by Tab Premium Built Homes and the new Southern Living Houseplan Resource Center right next to Finelli's Cafe on Red Banks Road in the Lindale Shops. Their second showroom to better assist your Greenville clients in designing and enjoying the building process. Again, You hear the name Tab Premium Built Homes, and people think, I can't afford a home by Andy Bayless and Tab Homes, but that's not true. Because Andy can start, he can build a home for you in the 300s. And Tab is the area's only Southern Living custom home builder. If you choose Tab to be your builder and use a Southern Living house plan, you receive the plans for free. That'll save you thousands of dollars. They got an award-winning staff, and Tab approaches each home the same. It doesn't matter how large or small. What matters is that your home is built to meet the family specifics and built to fit your budget. To show you how they can do it, stop by their new offices and design center. It's the Southern Living House Plan Resource Center by Tab Premium Homes here on Red Banks Road in Greenville, right next to Finelli's Cafe and the Lindale Shops. All right, we're pretty much done for the week. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Don't forget our big pregame party, and we're going to watch the game. We want everybody in town to come out and participate in this. We're going to be at the Varsity Club. If you hadn't been to the Varsity Club, this is a great chance for you to try their food. I'm telling you, their food is outstanding. I don't know if they'll have the hamburger steak or not on Friday, but their hamburger steak is outstanding. They're really featuring pizzas and pitchers of beer and stuff like that for the party, for the game. But we'll be there. The Varsity Club will open at 11 o'clock. Come on out. Our pregame show starts on the air at 10 from the Varsity Club with McGee and Patrick Jones and Jay Sonhalter. And it's just going to be a lot of fun on Friday as we go after the Thundering Herd. I'm concerned about this game a little bit.
Yeah, I am too. I think everyone
is Marshall maybe the best team we've played other than Virginia Tech, you think?
Yes, by far, I think. And in fact, this is the first game that ECU's coming in as an underdog, I think, golly, since maybe the North Carolina game.
Yeah. But we don't have a lot of injuries.
No.
Still some suspensions.
They don't either. And we got Terry Williams back at nose tackle. He was reinstated this week, which was good news.
Is he
going to
play, you think? They haven't really said if he'll play.
Play. I mean, and they fared pretty good without him.
Danny Webster still has not been reinstated. Were they suspended at the same time?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So the game is at noon. It'll be on CBS College Sports. And again, come on out to the Varsity Club and be a part of it. They got a great quarterback. We got a great quarterback. It's going to be an interesting game.
Playing for a right to come right back the next week and play the Conference USA title game right here.
If we win it, we'll be back here playing the Conference USA Championship game in Greenville on December the 7th.
That's it.
So there's a lot at stake. It's probably $1 million payday for the Greenville economy.
Yeah, it's huge.
No pressure, Coach. All the restaurants and the gas stations and the retail folks want you to win this game.
That's right.
But it's going to be fun, and we hope you will come out and be a part of it. McGee, please give my best to the McGee family.
Likewise, to the Hinton family.
I hope everybody in the control room, the Buscemi's, have a great Thanksgiving. Got the daughter home from Western Carolina, Michael? Of course. And Coach Carr, you got your family together for turkey tomorrow? You'll be slopping it down like the rest of us. All right, everybody, enjoy the Thanksgiving weekend. Be safe. Have a great family time, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Don't forget our pregame show at the Varsity Club Friday. See you there.